Bismillah. Hello, welcome back. This class we shall discuss VC Plus application to change the background color on mouse click event. You can see that this is my rectangle, that is a single document application, and wherever I click the X and Y coordinates are displayed, and based on that the background color is changed. So in this application you will understand what is a RGB color, what is a rectangle, what is a SD application, what is a brush, and how to fill a rectangle, etc. Right, we shall start from the beginning. So I start Visual C++, I close this workspace, I start a new application, and I application wizard, I call this one as equal to fill rectangle, or you can call it as a coloring rectangle. Okay, then this is a single document application, and I say finish and I OK. So in the class wizard, as I said, there are 4 classes generated: application, document, view, and mainframe. And our work is based on the view class. Therefore I add a variable, and the variable type is CRect, that is a variable R of type rectangle class. Okay, now I want some more variables, therefore I add a few more things, like I want to C string yes, and C point, this is for getting the coordinates, and I want a color reference also, therefore color reference I call it as C. So 4 variables I have added: rectangle, string yes of yes, and P is of point type, and C is of type color references structure. Right, in the view class I go to the class wizard and I select the view class, and in the view class object, whenever the left button is down I have to change the color, therefore I select L button down. So this event I select. So here I get the active size of the rectangle, therefore the function is get client rectangle in the variable R, because get client rectangle requires a rectangle type, 2 points it requires. Already we have said that R is of type rectangle. Get client rectangle, therefore R contains the upper and lower coordinates of my rectangle. And then I store in my variable P, I store this point, wherever I am clicking that point I store. And in my color reference I use the RGB mixture of wherever which point I am clicking, that X coordinate I will make use of, I will use it for the red value, and this point dot Y I will use for the green value, and some random variable, or you can call it as point dot X minus point dot Y. This one I will use it for the blue component. Therefore my C color is based on wherever coordinates I am clicking. There it is not necessary that it is minus, you can put multiply or you can put divide. We want only 3 coordinates. I could have generated the random color also, but I want the coordinates where I am clicking as the source for making my color. Then I invalidate rectangle, the variable R. As you know that the invalidate rectangle, this inherently calls the onDraw function. In the onDraw, we use onDraw function because in the onDraw function we have a inbuilt pointer to a device context. Therefore in the onDraw function, what shall we do is, here we shall create a brush. So C brush, so C brush, I call it as my brush of color C, and in the variable yes dot format I say the value of something, suppose X is equal to %D and Y is equal to %D, and I want the value of P dot X and comma P dot Y to be displayed, and in PDC I display the fill rectangle. Which rectangle? The rectangle R, which I got in invalidate rect, and with what? With reference variable of my brush. And I want to display the coordinate also, therefore PDC I say the text out, and where I want to display in P dot X and P dot Y, at this coordinate I want to display yes also. Now let us save everything and let us build the application. One error is there. What it is? Say semicolon is missing. a semicolon. This one here, I think I left a semicolon. All right, now let us build again. There are 0 errors, and if I run the application, now this is my SDI application, and here right now this is my rectangle size, and whenever I make a left button, this see that this is the value of yes. What is the, so red component is equal to 88, and green component is equal to 90, and blue component is equal to 88 minus 90. So wherever I click, based on the mouse positions, x coordinate, y coordinate, the color of the rectangle is changed. So in this lecture, in this application, you came across like what is meant by a brush object, how a brush object is created, and what is a left button down message, and how we can make use of the text out to display some string, and how we make use of a get client rectangle to get the size of the this rectangle. Now for example, if the size of my rectangle is this one, then R will contain this as the lower coordinates and this as the upper coordinates. Only that rectangle is filled up, and again if I resize the value of the R, then this is the value. So that is why whenever the left button is down, I am getting the coordinates of the rectangle, and I make use of the brush to fill this rectangle. Hope this small lecture would be easy, and if you have any queries, please encourage me by sending both positive and negative comments at hfaheemahmed@rediffmail.com or hfaheemahmed@gmail.com. Thank you so much.